Welcome. I'm back with another reading. I'm back with another reading from the book. The author is George G.M. James. The title is Stolen Legacy. Anywho, anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm pushing forward. I am making sure that we understand our culture. We understand how things was forged. We understand how civilization was built, defeated, and presented a different way under laws that we have to live by. Under laws we made. So when I speak about the laws of America, there's not a lot that I feel I should have to go against because these laws was put in place before Christ. These laws were put in place by the Hoteps. These laws were put in place by the first dynasty of Africa, of the Kemet culture, of ancient Kemet. You get me? So I say this to you again, you a Kemite and you live in the United States, obey the laws. Because if you're a person that has grew up in the United States, you was born in the United States, these laws been around before you was born. They're adding on to the laws depending on the state you're in. But these laws been here before you was born. So if you have been in these streets getting in trouble, you got what I'm saying, you have tangled and wrestled with these laws. And in the end, you're still found out to be wrong, right? Okay, there's another way to get ahead in this world. You don't have to go out here and commit evil acts. You got what I'm saying? And when you say who evil acts, we're in a country that adopted our laws from Africa and brought it over into the Western civilization. So once again, I say this to you. Is there a problem with who the voice of these laws presented to the American people, or there's just a problem with you not comprehending the laws of America? Because if you're a Kenite, I ask of you, you got what I'm saying, to read up on these laws, to make sure that you're not breaking these laws so that you can be here to teach your babies, so you can be here to receive your 40 acres and a mule, so you can be here to plant a seed in someone else's child. It may be your nephew, it may be your niece, it may be your little cousin. We're here to keep evolving. We are here to research. We are here to invent. We are here to keep forging this civilization, this life that has been placed on this rock. Anyway, let's get into this chapter reading, and we're still on chapter 5. You got what I'm saying? We're still on chapter 5, and let me check on some things so I can present this to you the right way instead of the wrong way. And while I'm checking on this, please go to my YouTube channel if you're not already on there, OFM Kemet Edition, and you can find the playlist of Stolen Legacy. And please subscribe, please like. You got what I'm saying, please. And know that there's education there. Know that there's awareness over there. Know that our ancestors is who I'm reading about. You get what I'm saying? Our ancestors. And yeah, we will be on 5-5. We will be on chapter 5, part 5. And, I had to break that down in some pieces. Yeah, I really did. I had to break that down in some pieces. And we're going to try to push ahead. We're going to try to get to the end of this. And it's going to take a minute to get to the end of it. But let's, not wasting any more time. And let's get into this read. The later Ionic philosophers have been given credit for the following doctrines. Heraclitus, that the world was produced by fire through a process of transmission, and since all things originate from fire, the fire is the logos, the creator. Anaxagoras, the nous or mind, is the source of motion or life in the universe, and that sensation is produced by the stimulation of opposites. Democritus, that atoms underlie all material things, and that the phenomena of life and death are merely changes in the mixture of the atoms, so that the atoms never die because they are immortal. These doctrines were by no means produced by the late Ionic philosophers, but could be shown to have originated from the Egyptian mystery system. The Egyptians were fire worshippers because they believed that fire was the creator of the universe and built their great pyramids. In order to worship the god of fire and the pyramid age goes back to something like 3300 BC, several thousand years before the Greeks were said to have come into the Mediterranean area. According to John Blisius, the Egyptian god Ptah was the god of order and form in creation and intellectual principle. This god was also recognized as the divine artificer who fashioned the universe out of fire. Rosalind. Furthermore, Swinburne Clymer, in his philosophy of fire, has made the following statement: the study of the mysteries of Isis and Osiris quickly proves to the student that it was a pure fire philosophy. Zoroaster carried those mysteries into Greece, while Orpheus carried them into Thrace. And in each of these places, these Egyptian mysteries assumed the names of different gods in order to be adapted to local conditions. Hence, in Asia, they took the form of Mithra. In Sumer, the form of the mother of the gods. In Boeotia, the form of Bacchus. In Crete, the form of Jupiter. In Athens, the form of Ceres and Proserpine. Now, I want to say this to you because by now, if you have really been keeping up with my readings and you have been viewing them, you see that a lot of our ancestors, when you go into the Christian, the Baptist, the Catholic, you got what I'm saying? You see that when you read in their Bible, the names are different, but the stories are similar. You feel what I'm saying? So I say this to you again. Greeks translated our language. So please notice again, use your common sense. You got what I'm saying? If you're a Muslim, don't be afraid to pick up the Holy Bible and read it, because you're going to see some similarities in the Quran. If you're a Baptist, if you are a Christian, you are a Catholic, don't be scared to go pick up the Egyptian Book of the Dead and read it, because you're going to find out your Holy Bible is structured the same way. Let's get on back into the Stolen Legacy read. The most noted of these Egyptians' imitations were the Orphic, Bacchic, Eleusinian, Samarician, and Mithraean. All of these fire worshippers believed that the universe originated from fire, and they lived at a time which antedated the time of the late Ionic philosophers by thousands of years. The other doctrines of the later Ionic philosophers, together with those of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, will be treated under summaries of Socrates. Plato and Aristotle, and in chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, and will include opposites, the nous or mind, the logos, the atom, the theory of ideas, the unmoved mover, immorality. Now, part 4, the Greek philosophers practiced plagiarism. The teaching of Pythagoras seems to have been so comprehensive that nearly all his successors embraced and taught a portion of his doctrine, which we are told he obtained by frequent visits which he made to Egypt for the purpose of his education. Two things are at once obvious: that the Greek philosophers practiced plagiarism and did not teach anything new, and the source of their teachings was the Egyptian mystery system, either directly through contact with Egypt or indirectly through Pythagoras or tradition. These facts can now be further demonstrated by an outline of the doctrine of Pythagoras with the names of the philosophers who repeated his doctrines. We're going to end this reading right there, and I want to backtrack a little bit and say this to you. It's the Greeks translated saying that we worship fire, we worship that sun, we pray to that sun. I just want to say this to you, if my theory is correct that we fail here with Satan, then yes, you got what I'm saying. Yes. I believe that there was some devil worshiping going on. I believe that if the library that contained the world's history, if half of it wasn't destroyed, that we will be far ahead in our studies of the ancient Kemet culture. You get what I'm saying? Of the African culture, of the ancient Egyptian culture. We will be far ahead. We will have concrete answers, evidence to whom we're praying to how this rock was formed, how this rock was shaped. I get the fact about the heat, because heat, it does a lot. It helps things evolve. You got what I'm saying? Heat does. It has a transformation to it. But I also say this, heat kills. So this earth was positioned at the right spot, at the right place, at the right time in history, in life, where that this planet, this rock could produce life. It could sustain life. Life will be livable here. You feel me? We could breathe. We could eat off the land. You feel what I'm saying? So I say this to you: whom we pray to knew what whom we pray to was doing. You feel me? You know it. You feel me? Because you put us, whatever the planet is behind us, if it's Mars, if you put us on Mars, we'll freeze. If you put us in front of the Earth, this rock that's called Earth, we'll melt. We will burn up. You feel me? So if you think things wasn't done mathematically, if you think things wasn't done in precision, it was. You feel me? We are at the perfect location, to the perfect spot in the universe to live off that sun. You feel what I'm saying? To have that sun where that it gives us light, it gives us daylight, it heats the earth up, it keeps the ecosystem moving right along. You know what I mean? It keeps nature, basically what I'm saying, it keeps nature right in evolution also. And yes, us human beings, we are a part of nature. You got what I'm saying? We are. You get me? But anyway, we just wrapped up that chapter reading from Stolen Legacy. Please, if you're not on my Facebook page, Only Faith Ministries, OFM, Stolen Legacy, Go over there and follow. Go over there, put a like on there. If you're not on my YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed, please go over there and hit that subscribe button. Please, please. As I said, you can find the playlist of Stolen Legacy. You can catch up. They're not long readings. They're very short readings, but they are impacted with a lot of education. I'm out, and I love you. Once again, you've been with the Nasty Pastor.